If I had to do this situation all over again, I would investigate my partners a little bit more thoroughly before I decided to come to another country and do business.
That was the dark times for that franchise right there.
To see someone every day, to have dialogue with them, and then all of a sudden, boom, it's not there that day, it messed me up. I'm not gonna lie.
And I'm sure Isiah, even though he was very disappointed, I'm sure probably crushed by all of this, is probably smiling going, see, you know, I showed you. Those guys didn't want to play for you anymore.
It was disappointing. Not that he wanted to leave. You could see that. I mean, he was tied to Isiah. His guy was gone. So he said, well, if he's gone, if he's not here, I'm not here.
I didn't really know where I stood, even though I knew where I stood. I just wanted my way. It was immaturity as well.
I don't think that Glenn has tried to do anything personally. But that's just my opinion. I don't know what goes on. I don't know what he's thinking.
I appreciated the fact that he didn't feel comfortable anymore with Isiah gone, and you know, was forthright in terms of what his discussions were and what his plans were, and with that, you're able to deal with the situation.
I actually had got traded, well, was getting traded to Houston, and then, you know, something happened at the 23rd hour.
For me to have to come back and play in front of all the fans who at that time thought I was gone now, you know, I got to put up with mixed reactions and criticism. You know, to me, that showed me right there that they didn't care about me.
I do recall there was an anti-Damon Stoudamire sentiment. I heard the boos, I heard the jeers. I'm sure Damon did as well at the time.
We were trying to, again, do what was best for the franchise.
I had a lot of immaturity at that time. You know, and so Glenn's job is to find the best deal for the Toronto Raptors. It's not to appease Damon Stoudamire.
I do remember hearing from our side in Portland that Kenny Anderson was on the trading blocks and Damon Stoudamire was the name. But I do remember hearing Kenny Anderson saying, I'm not going to Toronto.
We play out the next month and a half, and then eventually I get traded to Portland.
Stoudamire was shipped off to his hometown of Portland in a 6-player trade.
You know, at that time, man, nobody really wanted to come to Toronto.
Kenny not wanting to play in Toronto, never playing a play in Toronto. I know at that time it didn't sit well with people.
Kenny Anderson, with his promise of not showing up, I'm figuring they needed some reassurance and bring another point guard in, and I pretty much was a throw-in. I don't think I was part of that trade initially.
It was a bit of a gamble in a way, but at the same time, you know, it was the best deal that was available to us at the time.
Icons have come and gone in this city. People forget that. What they ultimately look at is, are we a winner? And what Glenn has done here is made moves that we think makes us a stronger team and moves it to our championship aspiration.
And I've spoken with Damon, and he said if he could do it all over again, he would not have made that decision. But he was young. Isiah was his guy. The franchise suddenly had to go in a different direction.
Isiah did a great job of drafting. Tracy McGrady, Marcus Camby, Damon Stoudamire. We had some solid talent on that team that if they could have stayed together, they could have grown. We all could have grown. It'd been pretty good, to be honest about it.
I look back on it and I got a lot of regret about it. You know what I mean? It was just like, what could have been? Just like that, it was over, man.